death of the orphan. After prolonged illness, the orphan died of multiple organ failure on the night of 30th June 2017, as none of the children or relatives were free to attend to him. Read an email from Dr. Nandakumar to some of the members of Board of Strategic Management Forum. One of them responded, "Sorry to hear." Another member, Dr. Panda, asked, "Has it died or is in coma?" To which Dr. Nandakumar replied, "Not being a mortuary specialist, can't say categorically. Time only will tell. A body starts decomposing. It has died, else it may be in coma." Background of the forum. The forum was a born orphan, but like some other organizations in India, it also survived for over 20 years with support of some 15-odd volunteers, faculty members from some leading management institutes in India. Indeed, it had almost died immediately after birth in 1997 due to absolute apathy of parent institution. However, it was put back to life by other institutions in 1999, and some volunteers gathered there suggested to increase membership. One of them offered to have next annual conference at his another leading institution. He also sought membership of his institution. Encouraged by this, Dr. Nandakumar asked the new director of his own institution about institutional membership, who readily agreed for the same. The director of the institute, where 1999 conference was held, also consented to be the institutional member. Finally, the fourth leading institution of the country, where 2001 conference was being held, also consented to be the institutional member. Thus, the top four management institutes of India became institutional members. Having four leading institutions in the country as member and doing nothing more than an annual conference, Dr. Nandakumar thought of spreading forum's wings, and the forum organized the first of 4 seminars on WTO, jointly organized by the top 4 institutions, something happening for the first time in history in India, in which not only a large number of academic delegates came, but for the first time, directors of 5 of the 6 leading institutions established by MHRD attended for full 2 days. Dr. Nandakumar felt such kind of meaningful academic initiatives can be extremely useful for the country. A year later, in the 6th convention, 2 volunteers thought of starting management teachers program for grooming teachers in strategic management SM discipline, an area of acute faculty shortage in the country. These institutions themselves were facing the pinch. A strategic management course was compulsory in curriculum of management education in India, and close to 2,000 management institutions were conducting MBA course in one or the other form. Strategic management courses were being taught at many places by faculty members who themselves had not undergone even one, leave alone 4 to 5 courses in the discipline. None of the institutions in the country were conducting any faculty development program in SM area. But on being requested, 9 leading institutions extended support, conducting 1 week-long program each in different subjects of the SM area. A faculty member who attended the foundation and 5 elective courses was awarded a 6-course completion certificate by the forum. The initial objectives: number 1, to be a platform for management teachers, by management teachers, to meet the growing requirements of management education in a strategic management discipline. 2, to help management teachers and trainers meet once in a year and A. discuss research findings, B. gather a research agenda, C. find partners for major research works, 4. share problems being faced and develop action plan and joint agenda for resolution thereof, for teaching strategic management, training in strategic management, and course material for the same. The forum did not want to touch a sensitive issue of executive training and consulting in some area, lest it jeopardizes the fragile cooperation found for drawing faculty support from leading institutions who may think forum is encroaching in their revenue-generating activities and withdraw support for a national cause. Salient features of the SM Forum. The salient features of the SM Forum were organized management teachers program, seminars, conferences, etc. through joint and collaborative action, that is, alliance of leading management institutions. 2. Organize them at low cost by reducing costs using idle capacity and using unique Indian sacrifice model, which involved faculty members did not charge any honorarium for conducting classes. Host institutions charged concessional rates or gave free many facilities. The participants were bearing registration fee and travel, etc. in many cases. AICTE giving token grant. Beneficiary institutions fully or partly sponsoring faculty, granting leave, etc. Board members, coordinators doing voluntary job. Strange it may look, but there was no employee, no physical asset in the forum except a computer and a website of its own. It was a truly all-India collaborative network of stakeholders. The rise and fall of the forum. The fragile forum survived the initial hostility of the institution where it was born. But 4 years later, it got little strength and started making significant contribution in area of strategic management through research, case writing, faculty development programs for grooming a specialized faculty for teaching strategic management in various management institutes. In just 10 years, close to 100 faculty members had undergone 6 to 9 courses. Close to 200 faculty members had attended 4 or more courses, and over 300 faculty members had attended at least 3 courses, enough to be able to teach at least compulsory SM course in various MBA or PGDM programs of management schools in India, meeting about 10% of total requirements. Given that a typical FPM or doctoral student in IIMs undertakes 6 courses in his area of specialization, the MTP programs had helped equivalent to 300 FPMs among faculty in various management schools in the country in acquiring knowledge imparted in classroom in SM area in a little over 10 years' time through collaborative efforts under the aegis of SMF, a mammoth task which could not be undertaken by any leading institution set up by MHRD, who were entrusted with the responsibility and who were perceivably competing with each other. And sadly enough, cooperative strategy is not in the curriculum of most management schools of the country. Besides this, over 1,100 delegates had attended SM conferences in which over 750 research papers, case studies were presented. It also encouraged 5 other conferences on competitiveness. A total of 7 books had also come out of it. In the year 2016, 13 management schools where SMF faculty participants were working celebrated Foundation Day of the Forum, organizing various academic events. All in all, the Forum had raised a pedestal for grooming of faculty members, developing research and literature, for teaching and training in SM through domestic cooperative efforts. Due to prudent policies, the Forum was able to save enough to support activities without AICT grants. It had earned a name for itself in the country. However, as Dr. Nandakumar retired, the activities started dwindling. The number of faculty development programs started coming down, and by 2018-19 they had stopped. The annual conferences and convention once again started facing uncertainty, and quality of research papers started deteriorating. The enthusiasm of faculty members who were trained by the Forum also started declining, and attendance in conferences and conventions also became thin. It was gradually turning into a ritual or number counting. Dr. Nandakumar raised concerns about it, but could not do much due to his ailments which confined him to bed and home. The initial faith of promoters was shattered, who had thought that the participants and delegates should try to come on their own, not as a sponsored candidate, and they should get enough academic returns. If not satisfied, they should demand registration fee back, something that was visualized in 2001. Causes of death. Several reasons seem to have contributed to the brain death of the Orphan. The promoter institutions started focusing on sponsored management development programs, which were becoming money spinners and faced handsome honorarium to faculty. The hostel and classroom accommodation for FDPs and conferences thus started facing a problem. The institutions were now less keen to allow concessional rates for the same. Further, due to reduced validity of demand drafts from 6 months to 3 months, compelled the Forum to allow the institutes collect program fee directly, as many DDs were getting stale by the time they reached Forum for depositing in the bank. This led to some institutions started charging different high rates rather than uniform low rates, or stopping launching the course itself. The new directors of the promoter institutions also did not care too much about the impact of it on the program sustenance. Later, the management schools governing boards started using credit system for faculty performance evaluation and incentive. They also started pushing people for publication and presentation of research papers abroad. Faculty members thus stopped sending good papers and attending annual conventions. They were rarely appreciative of the utility of research and literature based upon domestic experiences for faculty development. Dr. Nandakumar had a different take on the issue. For him, it was a total failure of understanding of strategic management concept itself in the country. Nothing could be more monumental of it than the fact that no one, faculty, board of governors, and even MHRD, could do anything to save a developed platform, SMF, for faculty development, though most of them kept cribbing and talking loudly about faculty development at the top of their voice in public platforms.